Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the final qualifying session for the DTM Trophy here in 2022. It's round 5, it's Spa, and it's qualifying for race 10 of the season. Yesterday was an incredible day's qualifying and indeed racing, and well, today should prove to be very much the same. We have no rain on the offering for the rest of the day, but it's Spa, so anything can happen. The track is still a little bit moist this morning, but they are on dry tyres because there is a genuine dry line around this circuit. So yeah, you're going to get performance more so out of those dry tyres. 3 points are in the offering for this qualifying session. P1 will get those 3 points, P2 will get 2, and P3 will get 1 point. Daniel Gregor yesterday picking up that checkered flag and indeed winning the race. He became the second youngest ever driver to do so, and it was by only 6 days. Theo Uverhaus's win last season at the Hockenheimring, still the youngest driver to ever win a race. And we thought that Daniel Gregor might have been the youngest podium sitter as well, considering he managed to get 2 podiums 2 weeks ago. But that's not the case either, because Theo Uverhaus managed to get one in Austria last year. So Theo Uverhaus is still the youngest driver to get a podium and a race win. But let's not worry about that now. It's down here for qualifying. And really, it's about where you find the grip. So DTM has just happened, and the last people going around the circuit on the last lap were the quickest. It was as simple as that. The track is always evolving. I love these conditions. It really does test the drivers. It tests everything about what they are capable of doing. Drivers that you should be watching out for, I would say, are Nick Hanke. He's someone who loves the adverse conditions, and Thiago Vivacqua. Obviously, you can't look past Uverhaus and indeed Gregor. Those two were superb yesterday. But yeah, for me, it'll be Nick Hanke and Vivacqua that will be right up near the front, that is for sure. As you can see there is a dry line, but there's a lot of moisture still on the circuit. You go offline here, and you can indeed put yourself into a little bit of trouble. And a fantastic vantage point there. That is into the final chicane. I was actually literally there 10 minutes ago, getting some video footage, just like that young fan there. I'm just a fan with a microphone myself, to be completely honest, so yeah, I love this place. So Marc De Fulgencio, Moritz Lohner, both of those drivers coming into that chicane. And it's time to get some banker times. A few drivers have been speaking to me this morning, and some of them have decided that they might just stay in the pits for until the last 10 minutes, whereas other drivers are going to just stay out there the entirety of this session and indeed just watch the track develop and indeed find those faster lines. Also, they will have a fresh set of dry tyres. They will be able to use a fresh set for qualifying and the race because they get 2 sets per weekend, and it's been wet. They've not been able to use a dry set so far. So I'm sure there are going to be drivers that take full advantage of that, as I do see both Porsches are into the pits. Jacob Riegel also into the pits. So Moritz Lohner again behind his teammate there for the FK Performance team. They're just weaving down the long Camel Straight, just trying to find a bit of heat into the tyres as Lohner, of course, goes purple. First person to, well, second person to go through the sector, just a little bit faster than his teammate, getting a bit of slipstream as well. Welcome to everybody watching around the world on television or indeed on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube right now, get yourselves involved in the chat. I am more than happy to give you a shout out. I want you to spam the flags of where you're from around the world. So let me know. We also do have a race this afternoon, so make sure that wherever you're watching right now, the race will be on that exact same platform later on this afternoon. It will be at 3 p.m. or 10 minutes past 3 local time. In the UK, it'll be 10 minutes past 2, and then on the East Coast, it'll be 10 minutes past 9 a.m. Benjamin Awad here supporting Capo, as everybody's setting first purple sector as they cross that beam, because again, the track every 10 seconds is improving. Every second, the track is improving. So the times are going to be quick at the start of this session, but by the end, it is going to be super, super frantic. Tim Heinemann with the fastest first sector as it stands, and it's going to be all about timing. This is where the team engineers and the mechanics really earn their bread. figuring out the best time to get yourself out on track and trying to find that clear air and maybe be that last driver across the line is going to be so, so important. Alyssa supporting Ricky as well. We've got Skolde supporting Tim Heinemann from Germany as well. Jacob from the Czech Republic, welcome. Michael watching from Germany as well, so welcome to all of you. Jerome from Cape Town. So Fulgencio has indeed gone purple through sector number 2, and I think you'll find that Heinemann, well, he hasn't. So sector number 2 belongs to Fulgencio still here. First times then are indeed posted, and they could be quick, but ignore them because the track is going to improve throughout this session. Harko, Sophie Hoffman's biggest fan in the chat, welcome. Another South African flag being posted there by Afzal. And to anybody watching on television right now, and there's no way, of course, of typing in a chat to me, I'm actually talking to the YouTube chat. If you would like to message me or indeed tweet at me, use WeAreDTM and then or at AcTrollVision on Instagram and Twitter. So Tim Heinemann has gone fastest here. So there you go. Times are changing. Already 0.4 of a second faster. Everybody out there just trying to acclimatise to the circuit. You can see that the dry line is there, but if you get offline, you're in some serious trouble. But also, there is a chance here for you to cool the tyres down. So maybe there's a lap where you're going to just try and get a bit of moisture into the tyres to cool them down, and then have another run at the end, because they reckon these tyres specifically, you've got 5 really quick laps before they really go off. As you see Papadopoulos there, using all of the curb and more, and well, trying to get that rear turn. So it might not be the fastest way through there, but I can assure you it looks very cool whilst doing it. Lona and Fulgencio again working together here. Lona should be getting the benefit of the toe. Fulgencio seems to be very at one with these conditions, actually. And this is where you really are leaning on all of your experience. This is where you are indeed feeling the track with your bottom. You're getting the feeling through your body, through the seat, and you're trying to find that grip. So you're going to see drivers not necessarily taking what you would call the racing line or the fastest line during this qualifying session. They're going to be finding different areas of the circuit where they can lay that power down a bit more, and they can get that power down a little bit earlier. They can break that a little bit later. As Fulgencio, again, has just gone purple through Sector 2. Sector 2 is his wheelhouse right now, and he looks very, very quick indeed. As we head then down towards Blanchimont, and Lona really struggling to hang with Fulgencio here. Ian Hodgkinson, welcome. Hopefully you're well. Pretoria, Johan from Pretoria, welcome. I tell you what, Fulgencio, full committed. That's a really good lap time he's just thrown away, but I guess he realises that, you know, at the end of the session, that's not going to be anywhere near where he needs to be. Colin Karasani, who did finish ahead of Tim Heinemann yesterday and did close the championship lead by 2 points, is currently purple. So Karasani is about to go and take provisional pole position here as Henkefend is going to go round the outside of Rodrigo Almeida. In towards that final chicane they will come, and across the line it will be. But yeah, Colin Karasani, who you're not seeing at the bottom of your screens, is absolutely flying here. As Henkefend does go fastest then by half a second, a 2:41.4. And then, well, we've got Folev. So Folev has now put it into provisional pole. Vivacqua goes, well, miles quicker. And then Karasani is 2.5 seconds faster as Hanke now goes 0.8 behind him. The times are going to tumble. I'm going to run out of breath during this. My voice is probably going to go, because that is not the last time we are going to see P1 change. That is for sure. Bozidar, the forecast is really nice weather today, although it is still Spa, so we really can't predict the weather here at Spa. But right now it's a lovely day. It's nice and warm, but there are clouds in the sky, but it's not supposed to rain. But then again, it was supposed to be the worst weather in the history of Spa ever on Friday, and it didn't really rain until the evening. So it takes a very brave person to predict the weather here in the Ardennes Forest. Colin Karasani, purple once again through sector number 1. Going faster than everybody at this stage. Hanke also going quicker than he's gone before. Karasani's like, get out of the way, everybody. Coming through. Folev as well. The summer break, I've not seen him for 9 weeks. and he has been on a massive health kick, and he has transformed himself. He looks physically incredible. So I want to give a shout out there to Folev, to Terry. He looks phenomenal. He's been losing a bit of weight for the racing. He says he's struggling now with his strength and fatigue because he really has gone on the crash diet. But he looks phenomenal, and again, just shows his dedication. So expect to see the best of Folev during the second half of this season. Karasani there, stepping that rear out, having a bit of fun for sure. Over the halfway point of the session, 9 minutes to go. What's the middle sector like here then? Karasani's not quite crossed that timing beam. Thiago Vivacqua, personal best through sector 1 and in his sector number 2. Karasani is just, he's flying through everybody right now. Where's Heinemann as it stands? Heinemann down in P8. Although Heinemann is the only driver in the pits right now. The 2 Porsche. The Folev improves, but he let a couple of cars go by as well. Vivacqua also improves. Nick Hanke up to second, splits to Project 1 BMWs. And again, how many times am I going to be talking about changes of position? A lot, for sure. Get excited, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself a nice drink. The next 8 minutes are going to be very exciting indeed. And does qualifying mean anything? It absolutely does. 3 points for P1, 2 points for P2, and 1 point for P3. Yesterday's race winner then, Daniel Gregor, 16 years old, ladies and gentlemen. Picking up a very impressive win yesterday against the 17-year-old Theo Uberhaus. Both for so much respect from both of them. There's a bit of contact, a bit of door rubbing, but once Gregor got ahead of steam, managed to go at a 4-second gap and really managed the race from there. No one's going purple apart from Colin Karasani, by the way. I'm not sure what he's had for breakfast, but I am going to find out for sure. Karasani is on a different planet. He is finding grip here where no one else can. Daniel Gregor is quick through sector 1 and sector 2, but again, it's only his first flying lap. He's still going to be indeed heating up those tyres. It's Capo on a warm-up lap, goes up to P7, 4.7 seconds off. And Capo, I was speaking to him this morning, and he said he doesn't feel that comfortable through Radio Renault Rouge. And I said to him, I said, well, you look the most committed. So I think the smoothness of the corner might be the issue in terms of speed onto that Camel straight. As we see here, Daniel Gregor, wow. Can you use the curbs here? Absolutely. Uberhaus moves up to a top 5, 3.7 seconds then off of what is provisional pole as Daniel Gregor moves onto the front row, 1.1 second off of Karasani. It's Jacob Riegel then, the number 63 in the Aston Martin. Around the final corner we will go. He's about to produce their first real representative lap time. P11 as it stands, P2 for Jacob Riegel. How good will that be by the end of this session? Lewis Henkefen, by the way, absolutely flying. Karasani absolutely flying then. As Almeida moves up to a top 5 now. Jordan Wallace coming through the final chicane. So is Henkefen. I think Henkefen's about to go lightningly fast. And there's Henkefen. Henkefen, of course, was purple through the middle sector. He's got up to P2. It's half a second now behind Karasani, his teammate, but Karasani's about to cross the line. And he has another 0.4 of a second found by Karasani. It is faster laps after faster laps. Everybody finding more grip, finding more dry tarmac, with now only 5 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Daniel Gregor now with a very quick first sector. Not quite purple, though. Nick Hanke back up to P2 in the number 99. Here comes Daniel Gregor, running all the way down to Pouon. Runs out nicely onto the curbs. They couldn't go anywhere near those curbs yesterday. They could today. Papadopoulos just crossed the line. Top 10 for him. Pitamba's just crossed the line. P14 for him. Hoffman across the line. They're all warm-up laps now. They're onto some flyers here. Nick Hanke has, again, got the fastest middle sector. Middle sector is absolutely key here. It's over a minute long. Theo Uberhaus now with the fastest middle sector. So Theo Uberhaus, of course, qualified pole position yesterday. It's self-professed terrible at qualifying, yet still managing to get the job done as Daniel Gregor now goes purple through sector number 1. An incredible session so far. Uberhaus then through Blanchimont, runs wide on the exit onto the curbing, perfectly legal, down in towards the final chicane. Very late under braking here, turns it as late as possible, opens up the corner, moves through the left-hander on the power as early as possible, gets those two right wheels onto the green stuff. Across the line, we will go here for Teo Uberhaus. Is it good enough for provisional pole? It is provisional pole. It's 2.5 tenths of a second ahead of Colin Carasani. But now all of a sudden we've got Almeida going faster. Daniel Gregor, race winner from yesterday, now provisional pole. 2 tenths advantage over Uberhaus. And well, are we going to have the same front row but reversed from yesterday? Jacob Riegel once again about to cross the line. It's green, sector 1 and sector 2. What about sector number 3? Riegel currently in 15th, just overtaken there by Lono's in P14, now up to P4. So Riegel is P4, Almeida up to P3. With 3 minutes 50 seconds left on the clock. So 2 laps remaining for these drivers as they cross the line right now. And legitimately, it will be the last driver that crossed the line has a fair shot of taking pole position here. Henkefend, of course, the BMW M2 champion from last season, promoted up to the DTM Trophy, has got a race win at the Norris Ring. Looking superbly quick. Both the Project 1 cars are looking incredibly quick, actually. That lap time, though, was not an improvement. Heinemann, a championship leader, then Heinemann out of nowhere. Currently 37 points in the lead of the championship, is now 1.5 tenths behind pole position. Daniel Gregor's time still holding firm. As you see a lovely slow-mo then over the top of Eau Rouge from Tim Heinemann. And actually it looks quite scruffy there. There's more time for sure. A lot of counter-steering as well over the top. And wow, that says to me there's a lot more time to be found. So watch out for Heinemann. Colin Carasani is into the pits here. And is he going to be able to get back out and get a lap in to then run for pole position? Well, this is going to be tight. I'm not sure he's got enough time here to cross the line. I am not sure he has got enough time here. As you can see, Daniel Gregor using every inch and more over the entry curve towards that final chicane. And this is why he was a race winner yesterday. He was finding the grip where other people couldn't. Brilliant stuff there. Jacob Riegel, by the way, has just gone purple through sector number 1. So Carasani, again, who needs a massive weekend, looks really quick in qualifying. I'm not sure he's got enough time to get round this circuit. So they've left it really, really late. Fulgencio about to come across the line here. Daniel Gregor did just cross the line, but did not improve on their time. And Fulgencio moves up to P6, then 6 tenths separate the top 6. As Teo Uberhaus is about to come across the line here as well. He's gone green through sector 1. He's gone P1. He's gone P1. It was not a great middle sector either. There's more wiggle room for sure. Uberhaus now takes P1. Daniel Gregor, it's not a great lap, but he has one more attempt here. Jacob Riegel, the number 63, has just gone purple and green. Keep an eye out here for the Aston Martin. There it is. Final chicane we come. Will it be 3 points for Riegel? Will he put himself in a position for those 3 points? The number 63 crosses the line. Is it pole position? It is provisional pole. Jacob Riegel throwing his hat into the ring and takes provisional pole. But I tell you what, Tim Heinemann can never ever bet against this man, because he's now purple through the middle sector, running through Blanchimont. 1 minute left on the clock. We'll get one more attempt after this. And this man always springs a surprise at the end of the session. Henkefend will get one more attempt here as well. He's green through sector 1 and sector number 2. As we cross the line for Lewis Henkefend, and it's P6, so the final sector was not quick. But there is definitely more time to be found outside there. Heinemann, by half a second, takes provisional pole. Wow, incredible time. A 2:33.853. We'll get one more attempt as well. And really, I need to know if Carasani has managed to get around this circuit. So I will be able to see outside of my commentary box here. I think that's the most important thing in terms of this championship. Carasani currently second, needs to beat Heinemann today again, but needs to get across the line. He's got 20 seconds to do so for him to then start one more flying attempt. Jacob Riegel's purple through sector 1 again. Could we potentially see a Speed Monkeys pole position here? The lights are flashed. The Moritz Lohner, he's saying, get out of the way, please. I need you to get out of the way. Carasani, has he crossed the line? I don't think he has. 2 seconds to go. Papadopoulos has just started another lap. Carasani's not made it. So Carasani has not made it, unfortunately. The checkered flag had already come out. And that is his qualifying session done. He missed out by maybe 1 second. And that is a massive dagger in his championship hopes, because Heinemann will start at least 6th positions ahead of him, and everybody, apart from Hoffman and Karasani, are still on lap times. This could be devastating for Karasani's chances. He's looked the best during qualifying, but unfortunately, they've made a mistake here and sent him out a little bit too late. Capo's across the line, he's only P12. Fulgencio now crosses the line, he's top 5. Teo Overhaus is done. Maximum for him is a P3. I think Jacob Riegel might be about to take pole position here, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Gregor's just come around the final chicane. He's green through the middle sector. Does he improve? He goes up onto the front row. Winner from yesterday now up to P2. Moritz Lohner then currently finds himself down in P9. Makes a little bit of a mistake, runs wide there. Riegel wants him out of the way. Riegel is purple and in green as well. Where does Moritz Lohner go? Moritz Lohner is going to position himself for the race in P8. What about Riegel? Is it pole position? It's not. It's not a good final sector. It's second. The maximum is second here. Almeida is only P5. Nick Hanke in the number 99 is about to indeed come across the line himself, but it's Tim Heinemann. Tim Heinemann's not in only provisional pole, but he's purple through the middle. He's green through the first sector. One set of corners to go here, and while he has not had a good weekend, by his own admission, he's not had fun. The smiles maybe disappeared a little bit, still leads the championship. But when it comes to the crunch, when it comes to day 2, Super Sunday, Tim Heinemann reigns supreme. He is going to be pole position here. Nick Hanke, maybe with a little bit of an improvement behind. He needs to find 1.8 seconds here if he wants to be any higher. And it's going to be only 10th position for Hanke. It's going to be Jordan Wallace moving up to P14. And well, we've got Cowhelper, we've got Papadopoulos, and we've got Vivacqua that are still out there on the circuit. Vivacqua's put it into the pits here. He's only going to start P16. Edward Cowhelper across the line. He now goes up to P10 and displaces Hanke. And the only one driver now who can improve is Papadopoulos. He crossed the line with maybe 1 second to go. You've got the yellow flags being waved here for drivers to indeed come through the pits. And I look at Papadopoulos' lap, his first sector was actually green. His middle sector was not that slow. And across the line, he is indeed going to go. And where's Papadopoulos? Is P15. But I tell you what, an incredible qualifying session we have just had. Same old result. Tim Heinemann reigns supreme here in the DTM Trophy. An extra 3 points. He now moves on to 40-point advantage in this championship. But he is pole position. Riegel in second. Gregor and Overhaus are indeed third and fourth. Almeida, Fulgencio 5th and 6th. Henkefend, Lohner, and Karasani, Cowhelper round out your top 10. What could it have been for Karasani? What kind of pace does he have for the race? He's got to produce some magic if he wants to be in this championship hunt with 4 to go. Nick Hanke, Capo are indeed on your 6th row. Folev, Wallace, Papadopoulos, Vivacqua, Pitamba, and Hoffman round out your 18 drivers. But there he is, Tim Heinemann. He's been saying all weekend that the car just feels slow here. But it doesn't matter. Daniel Gregor then, fresh from his race win yesterday, still managing to get up into a top 3. Will have the success ballast though for the race. But can he go and get another podium? 4 in a row it would be if he did. Jacob Riegel then, P2, best qualifying of the season. Can he go out there and get another podium this season? And then Tim Heinemann, DTM Trophy Tim, our inaugural champion, most winningest driver, is on pole position for race number 2 of the weekend.